Hello, this is Seal-chan, and this is going to be the next episode. I forgot to check what number it was. This is an episode covering round 12, so it must be episode 12 of my Minecraft Bedrock long play, let's play. And yeah, so to show you, I'm going to go to sleep, it's night. So we're going to go for a walk. To show you what I did the last round of my gameplay, I'm going to start by taking a walk. I'm in the mayor's residence, as I often am when I start a recording. And we're going to head out in that direction. I see there's a spider. We're going to head that direction, and we're going to make a long circuit and come all the way back to here. So let's get started. Now, one thing that I've discovered is that my term long play is not the best term for what I'm doing. The way I'm playing the game makes it take a much longer time than most people would take to do the same thing. But that term, long play, is used to describe a long recording session. So like you're not streaming, but you're recording 1 to 2 to 3 hours or more of playing the game, maybe playing the entire game in like 10 hours and then posting that as a single video. Obviously that's not what I'm doing. I think that perhaps a better name for what I'm doing is a progressive Let's Play, because one of the whole points of what I'm trying to accomplish here is to create a nice progression through playing Minecraft. So yeah, let's have to think about if I'm going to rename it, the series. But anyway, I've come due north from Savannah into the desert area, and I've discovered that from this desert temple it's a very short walk to a village. I forget what it's called, but it was a village that when we originally discovered it was corrupted. It had a bunch of zombie villagers in it, and the houses were in disrepair. There were cobwebs, which still are, and it's really just right over this ridge from there. This is going to be the next location that I add. It will be site number 4. The site number 1 is Savannah. It's my main base, where the research lab is. Site 2 is a port on the ocean that I've named Trident. Site 3 is a little port up the coastline from there called Ice Bay. And the last one is the desert village, where we're going to head from here. And I haven't named that yet. But anyway, once I get to the point of building a stone wall around the desert village, then I will go ahead and start working on this poor dump. It has lots of buildings. Shouldn't be too hard to repair. I don't think we have any zombie villager or any other villager at all left here. But we will try to fix that. Now, from here, to get to the desert village is to go over this rise one way or the other, and I'm going to guess, because I don't quite remember, that I'm going to go around this mountain to the right here, or to the north. There's the river right there, and I believe if we try to go due west, yep, there's the road right there that my server mates made, that I'm kind of avoiding because it's not quite how I want to do this. Yeah. It's really not far at all. In fact, distance-wise, it's probably quicker to get to this desert village going the way I'm walking right now than it is in any other way that we've devised so far. So that's good to know. So there we are. I can just see it over the hill there. I'll go ahead and join up with this road. Now I'll take this route first. And I'll show you what I've been doing now that I'm working in 4 different sites. I need to take a walk to show what's progression I've done. Alright, so this is the desert village, as of yet unnamed. And the builder has worked here to do a few things, but since we're on the edge, we might as well point out that the digger has dug what I could call a soil moat. So it's just a moat that's made out of digging up a block here, sticking it over there, and you know, mobs can't get in, but players can totally jump that. I did leave this open just because this is where the road is, and this will let you come in. Yeah, so the entire village here has been surrounded by that wall. So assuming, and that's not true yet, this place is well lit up, then you'd be relatively safe in here from hostile mob spawning. And we had a kind of cobblestone monstrosity right here. I took that down. That villager got out. He went back in here, and then I sealed him up in there. So we do actually have a real live villager in this little house. It says healthy villager quarantined until further notice, and it's lit in there, so he should be pretty safe. Any case, we're gonna head right over here. Actually, yeah, let's do that. One of the things that the builder did was to ensure that every building in the town had good internal lighting, and as it turns out, they all did, in spite of the various shenanigans that we did, like pillager raids. I don't think we lost hardly any torches. Every one of these rooms should be well lit and protected from mob spawning. I had a chance to follow the roads. Now, in a desert village, it's pretty hard to make out the road, but if you could just tell the texture difference from here to here, this is I believe cut sandstone block, and this is sand. You actually do have roads, just like any other village. And yeah, so every one of these buildings is well lit, and the roads are still terrible, but if I make my way up here, process I want to do is this fountain was blowed up, so I used a little dirt to patch it up for now. This is the center of town. The well typically is, and from the well run out all roads that connect the well to every other building in the village. And as you can see, just like in Savannah Dewar, this place is even more challenged by the fact that it's in a ravine, which is really cool, but the roads are messed up. So that's going to be something I'm going to try to fix, so that you can literally just run around the village, defend it from pillager attacks or whatever, and not have to, you know, jump off of cliffs or pillar up with anything. So right here is this version of what I call the builder's camp. The builder just comes and puts down a chest, a crafting table, and a furnace, and puts building materials in here. And that's everything I've done in this village. Now we're going to take a walk. I didn't bring a boat, did I? I did not. Well, that's going to be interesting. I should have had a boat. Do I have supplies for a boat? I could always make a boat. Let's go look. Because that's going to take a lot less time. Let's see what we got here. No wood. Alright, we're walking. In any case, it's a really cool village, which has road issues, but it's just cool because it's sitting in a riverbed that's dried out and, well, perhaps just filled in with the world gen of the, here's the wall of the natural process that Minecraft does to create these villages. And if you get in a boat and go down this river, which I'm gonna walk, here, I'll run it. I'm gonna try to run it. Here we go. You eventually get over to here. I'm gonna have to go to sleep here. I don't want to deal with all the mobs. And pretty much it's gonna need to be a port here, as I may have mentioned last time. And you follow this path and you'll get to Ice Bay Port. So here we go. Just really interesting, these riverbeds going through the sand. So I really wanted to use them as kind of a semi-natural trail. Yeah, having done that walk from Savannah Door to the desert village that other way, I realized it is definitely the shortest way. Got some easy sea creature access there. Alright, so we come out here. I'll talk to you about what's going on in Ice Bay. Woo, look at that. Alright, Ice Bay. As I've been playing these last couple of rounds, I've really been rethinking a little bit of the details about how I progress a site. So in this site, I realized I need to start with the center of the town, and decided that center is going to be way up here instead of down there. This is a desert location in spite of this fact that this area here is quite big and green, but it's pretty much I think a river biome, but this area is really desert. So from scratch I came up here and I built this well, and this is the center of town, and again here's the builder's camp, chest and crafting table and furnace. I also built this, basically it's a community storage area. Since I've already got a sand quarry, basically the sand quarry is this area here, which I'm continuing to level down, plus the sand moat here. See, it's 2 blocks drop on the outside. That's my soil quarry. For trees, I have these oaks planted in the river bayside area. And then for stone, we have our cavern stone quarry right over there, which we saw before. So the next step in my progression for developing a site is just basically to have a common place to put all these materials. So here's the soil, here's the tree. I included cactus, this tree, and I said I'm going to use these cactuses decoratively, and they'll also be part of our cactus farming. This is stone and obviously ore, and this is mob drops. So yeah, so I did that. I expanded the wall, and I actually imagined this well as a spring source and created a little waterfall with the flowing water sounds. And over here is part of the vanilla generated meeting place that looks like this. This is inspired by that, although it's not an exact reproduction by any means. They included their own little well, and I thought, I'll go ahead and make another one. This one comes down the hillside here, just on the inside of the expanded dirt sand moat. Actually, yeah, we don't even have that moat here. It ends here, and this water effectively acts as a barrier, so any mobs coming on this way might tend to get pushed to the water here, and in any case they can just navigate into the interior. Actually, it looks like this old wall, I need to go ahead and close that up, which I will try to remember to make note. Yeah, so this is no longer the outer wall. So yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. I went with a slightly different color. It's very interesting. This is cut. No, this is a regular sandstone. But this is a sandstone slab, and for whatever reason, it has a darker shade, and it just makes it a little bit easier to see where your road is, depending on the lighting. So it's a little cheaper to make than cut sandstone, and it also goes 3 times as far when you use slabs instead of a whole block. So just being a little bit of a cheapskate. I've learned a thing or two about some of the basic sandstone types. This is the cut sandstone. This is the regular sandstone, obviously sand. And yeah, so the port is still down here. I'll push this boundary back a little bit. There's still a great little inner riverine pond area, and I've pushed this wall over to here. So there's more to be done, obviously, and since we are here, maybe we can make ourselves another boat. Let's see. Barely. Save me a little bit of time. Actually, yeah, I just need one of these. Unless I'm wrong. I am wrong. How does the boat go? I've been playing too many different versions. There's the boat. I need a shovel. Am I gonna get a shovel? I guess I could get a shovel. If I do this... Oh, no, I could do this. Well, I'm gonna have to do this anyway, so let's do that. Sticks. Make a shovel. And then finish it off. Let's see if this is shapeless. Yes. Okay. Alright, let's get going. Yeah, so I did actually fully light this area up. In the quarry I just threw down some stones, but I used this kind of vanilla based pillar design to light these areas up, and I planted as many trees as I could with their little lights, the base, so it should be pretty safe. You can get out of the harbor without picking up an unwanted guest. Alrighty, here we go. That llama has been swimming for days. Eventually you might make it to that point of land. And this sugar cane still hasn't grown because I don't keep these chunks loaded long enough. Alrighty. What's going on here at Trident? I can make my way into the entrance right way. Whoops, missed. Alright, now we got 3 boats. Let's see if the boat disappears here. Yep, there it goes. It'll be back. And that chicken's stuck in there. Okay, so here's Trident. What do I got on my list here? The builder had done this work previously to build this community storage, and he was long due to have his home built here. So he's the first profession to get a residence built, and this is the first time I've built this particular type of structure. I don't have any banners yet, so I didn't do that. It pretty much looks like the mayor's house. And yeah, I picked it at a spot here. It's kind of off a trail from the community center, and he also has a nice ocean view, which is pretty nice. So let's see, what else do we got? Oh yes, also had the farmer build a wheat farm. We had some wheat seeds from breaking ground, and it's very modest in size right now. I've actually got these dirt blocks here because I want to bring this grass over to this one little block. So that's still working its way over. But yeah, I'll just gradually augment this until it fills in the wheat farm. Make a note here. Grow wheat farm. There was something else at the desert village I'll have to remember. Any case, the other thing was that as the researcher, I decided I needed to go and take a dip in the ocean. And I've noticed already that swimming, ever since the aquatic update, has been really great. It's I find it really enjoyable, even given the amount of time you have under the water. Oh, this is the namesake. This is why we call it Trident. I gotta go get him. Just in case. Is there a trident? Did I get a trident? No. It's always worth it. Oh, I did! I totally got one. Sweet! Oh, look at that. That's got most of its whatchamacallit on it. Anyway, that was great. I caught that on film. Everyone got to see it. So, somebody said something. Oh, there you are. Just get rid of him because he's kind of gross. Anyway, yeah, Trident. I think I was going to talk about that at some point. The hunter is currently set as a goal to I gotta eat. Excuse me. Let's get some more food. I brought some chicken. Yeah, the hunter has a goal of obtaining a fully functioning trident. So anyway, the researcher was here. We dropped underwater like this, and we just take a look around. Ooh, that was scary. It's a squid from behind. And yeah, I mean, I just did a lot of swimming around here. I took a look at, got a sample of that kelp. Took that back to Savannah Dewar's research lab. So I could see what we can do to make us a kelp farm. I discovered that the seagrass, if you just break it by hand, you get nothing. So I made a note that once we obtain shears, that maybe we can take a look at that, get a sample, bring it back to the research lab. Any case, yeah, just did a lot of swimming. That was really cool. Whoa. A little bit crazy there. Also, I think I've shown you guys this. It's one of those geodes, and I've kind of marked it out for a quarry I want to do. I was thinking of just covering it in glass. Excuse me, sir. And then leaving a door, and then you just go in there and dig most of it out. If there's crystals growing, then I think I'd probably leave those portions of the geode intact, but try to take everything else that I could. Another jump fail. Okay. So anyway, that is what's going on here. There is, I have come up with what more and more I think is going to be a consistent way of taking a site, whether it starts as a village or whether it starts as like nothing, and kind of a little bit each round, just kind of developing that site as a kind of a safe haven when traveling from place to place, a place where you can get food and other resources, sometimes unique ones. I don't really want to have too many sites. I want to have a site could be very minimal, it's just kind of a camp, in any given biome. Or a site could actually develop the farms and quarries because there's something there that's unique, that you can get there and not anywhere else. So yeah, I'm trying to get that balance down. Obviously, Savannah is our mothership. It's the main town. It's the center of the kingdom of Sealchan. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep that trident on me because I'm all proud about it. And Savannah, this is our last place. Come back full circle. And here, what did we do? The rancher. I've got a list here. I'm going to follow my list. Pretty much just expanded the sheep farm and the cow farm. I've decided to work with a farm of size 6 and this looks very interesting. They are no longer 6 sheep in here. All the cows are gone. There were 6 cows in here. Wow. That's pretty tragic. And I really don't think anybody else has been on here. This was just a super fail on Minecraft's part. Anyway, I had done that. It'd be easy enough to get that back, but I decided that in a space that's roughly the size of a 7x7 room, I don't even know how that chicken got in there, that I would have about 6 passive mobs and farm them for their drops. And yeah, so let's just pretend that that's all working. Now the hunter has done a little more work. I continue to experiment with these mob farms. For here, I found that if you were at the mob's feet, that's just the better spot. If there's anybody in here and they see me, they'll come up to me, and then they'll just stop here, and I can just swing away and get their stuff. So I dug down 1 level just so I could be at the foot level. Oh, here comes a willing victim. Oh, he can get at me too. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so good times. And working on that formula so that, I can create a safe village boundary where a wall is just not pretty. Here's a whole nother contraption. It's kind of similar. It's meant to capture mobs that are up here, so really I just extended the catwalk. I brought it down and left a gap here, so any mobs that wander down here and maybe they see me and they want to come at me, they're gonna make their way down into this enclosure. And I put stairs here to bring them up so their feet are at my eye level, and I can pop open a trapdoor and swing at them, grab their drops. Yeah, so good stuff. There's been a lot of lag lately. I had some creeper issues. I had to rebuild this area here. This is going to be a road to the top, so I've left this open, and it's protected. It shouldn't get any mobs dropping on my head here. So yeah, and besides that, the hunter also achieved getting a full stack of spider eyes finally, so that was cool. Let's see what else. I think that's it for the hunter. Let's go take a look at what I call the chef now. Instead of the veggie chef, he's just going to be the full chef. It's not going to be our veggie restaurant. I'll have to change that sign. And what's happened here is, I believe the bread and the wheat has been formally supplied to this establishment. And I've removed the furnace and installed the smoker. So if I want to cook up some meat, I'm going to put charcoal here, not coal, because, it's gross, even though it works. and then you can put your meats up here, and then we'll have gradually we'll have all the meats available at this lovely restaurant. So anybody traveling through here on the server can stop and pop open this chest and get all sorts of goodies. I'll probably just bring make deliveries of that instant cooked chicken and bring it up here as well. Okay, now that takes care of that. The last thing really is the researcher. I'm going to see what kind of damage has been done to my sheep collection here. Yeah, I would say I'm missing a couple of sheep, but you know, they're mostly there. What do we got? We've got the wandering trader llamas. It looks like we're missing 2 of those. And I had at least 4 of these guys. Looks like I do. Oh, I have 6. So there's a full llama ranch right here. I am not going to harvest them for their drops. If I did, I'd have a serious problem anyway. They are here because they're cool, and they may or may not help me with caravanning. I think these trader llamas, there's so many of them that keep spawning. I'll just keep collecting them, and yeah, I'll just use those, because I'm going to do is if I want to import or export anything in a stack size, I'm going to use llamas to transport those stacks to make it, you know, like, sure, I could put stacks of sand in here, but, you know, does that make any sense that a person can carry that much sand? You can, it works, but I'm going to role play it a little bit to where I'm going to make myself use llamas or other means of transporting to get stacks of goods from one site, one village, one port, whatever, to another. So I did my research. I actually emptied these chests, and then every item I discovered as a new recipe I stuck into what I've now called the supply research chest. So although all of these items, none of them are raw materials. These are all crafted items. But I still need to decide who's going to be the profession to create these, and do I need to create a new small build in support of that profession. So in my next round, I will work out of this chest and research how to supply these things, move them to the use research chest, and when I do that research, I will see what all the new recipes are and how these blocks or items can be used. Obviously, this is decorative, this is a weapon, so the hunter should have it. I'll probably have the Fletcher be the profession that makes this instrument. I might even have the Fletcher be the profession that makes the fishing rods. Just seems to go together. Again, this is all me inventing these conditions or restraints to help with the progression of the game. Let's check my notes one more time. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. I was able to complete the research. I didn't discover any need for new professions, new workshops for those professions or anything. So once I finished that research, I stopped, and then I crafted all the items that I'd newly discovered, and I will save those for the next round of gameplay. Here's a loom. That means there will be a new profession. In Minecraft, it's the shepherd job site block. I probably will tinker a little bit with that in how I'm playing this game. Anyway, that's all I have for this round. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And I'd like to mention that I am planning to start a new series concurrently. I will be playing Minecraft Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved. That's a Minecraft for Java 1.7. And let me show my face. Anyway, I'm going to apply the same progression method to playing that game as I do on this game. It has been refined, and so I think that progression will go a little bit faster than this one has, since it's becoming more polished. And we will also, of course, be playing on expert mode, and that's one of the reasons why I want to do that mod pack, because it offers its own perspective on how to progress through the game and how to make that progression take a while, mainly by modifying and restricting recipes. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.